Veronica is a successful writer who is trapped in a terrifying reality whose mystery she must solve before it is too late. Veronica Henley, Janelle Monáe, is a successful author who finds herself trapped in a horrible reality between the present time and the time of the American Civil War, a time when slavery reigned. Veronica will have to discover the complicated mystery behind it all before time runs out, if she wants to escape. It begins with chilling scenes about the slavery that reigns in this place, where they treat people of color like garbage and abuse them as if they were garbage bags. Without caring about the lives of those people, they chase them as if they were hunting animals. They catch a woman, but they tell them, "Kill me better, I prefer to die." So the man will fulfill his wish, and he shoots her without thinking twice. The husband is dragged like a garbage bag or a miserable life to which I have to submit, because I have already been chosen for this terrible suffering. Men abuse them as if they were not human, and Veronica is given a great beating to tame her wild attitude, and they mark her as if she were cattle so that she does not try to escape again. She cries inconsolably, and they make her say that her name is Ivan, being the new mate of that twisted group where slavery reigns. 6 months later, a man talks about trying to escape, but he is immediately beaten, silencing any form of escape, and to the place they take new slaves to the land of slavery, and there is the white woman who treats them like animals, teaching the little girl the same thing. There in the new slaves, Julia arrives. Well, that is the name that the little girl gave her. It is forbidden to talk among themselves, and they must treat their bosses with a big smile. Julia goes to visit Ivan. Since she is totally confused, she does not know what she is doing there. Ivan confesses to her that she has tried to escape, so that is why they marked her as a sign that she belonged to them, and Julia confesses to Ivan that she is pregnant, but Ivan repeats that she must keep her head down and remain silent. The white slavers treat the colored ones like rats, since according to them the land has always belonged to them. They are the future of the nation, according to them. And they give the women so that they take them at their whim and use them and treat them as they want. In that, a guy who is shy and good-hearted talks to Julia, and they prepare her to spend the night with that guy. Julia prepares to talk to him, and he shows shyness to talk, so Julia tells him about her life and approaches the guy, telling him that he is very adorable and that he is different from the others. But he gets angry because she is talking, and they are only allowed to speak when they are given permission, so he hits her intensely. The next day, Julia is all hurt. Everyone looks at her amazed by what happened to her, and asks Ivan for help. She has also gone into labor and begins to scream desperately. Then the rebellious guy begins to challenge and make fun of the men so that they do not punish Julia. They remember the woman who took her life at the beginning. He was her husband, and they lock him in a shed where the remains of what was once his wife are found. Among the ashes, he barely rescues the chain, cries inconsolably since it is a terrible life that they lead, and they use Ivan as an object to have relationships. But who is Ivan? She in another parallel world has a great life, a great husband, and a dream house with her beloved princess. Veronica is an advocate for people of color and is well known for defending circles of injustice. Things are not always as they seem. Veronica is a great defender of rights and a great writer, and communicates with Elizabeth, who is very interested in how Veronica relates and the book she has written, who is looking for talented people. Veronica must leave her family for a few days for business reasons. She is a very successful woman who has a crazy friend, since a life without crazy friends would be boring. But Veronica, by concentrating on work, feels that she is not giving her family the proper attention. In that, she sends her flowers at the hotel where she stays, although she does not know who they are from. She receives them with great pleasure. Veronica gives lectures defending women and women of color. Within our authenticity is true power, and the arrogance of the patriarchy is their greatest weakness. And her great friend takes her to enjoy life a little, so Veronica goes to get ready and finds a little girl in the elevator who tells her that she can get into trouble for talking, but she doesn't pay much attention to it, so she continues on her way to her room and comes out in the sexiest way to enjoy that night. Veronica has fun with her friends, although she still misses her beautiful family. And they go to a luxurious restaurant, and they complain about the table they have been given, and they get the table that suits them best, and a guy approaches them giving a free drink to Veronica's friend. But the party is between the three of them, so they enjoy the evening, and luxurious cars arrive that they think are the Uber they have called. But it turns out that the driver is Elizabeth, the woman who spoke to her to hunt for talents. So all this is sinister. Ivan is the name they gave to Veronica, and they hunt down colored people to have a community where slavery reigns over all things, and it shows us the pain that each person had to go through in ancient times, and how today there are twisted minds that are racist to the point of making believe that they still live in ancient times. In that, Ivan hears the sound of a cell phone and hears the foreman talk about the votes. It's all about politics. Ivan pretends not to hear anything about it. She is desperate and frustrated with that situation. In that, she finds Julia lifeless, since she preferred to do that to continue in that world of slavery. Twisted world, cruel world took her partner, people Who are the devil? So she plans to escape that night, since Julia's news has left her shocked and she has to do something to end that circle of evil and extreme madness. Ivan, or rather Veronica, will do everything to see her family again. The tears help her to have more courage about her escape. She knows exactly where to step in the house so as not to be heard, and she hears her friend, who is also willing to do whatever it takes to not spend a day there anymore. Then some drunk white kids come out. One of them is the boy who hit Julia, and then they manage to attack the boy and take his cell phone. She calls 911 and says she is a kidnapping victim, but the signal is terrible, and now they need the boy's face to unlock the cell phone, so they take the risk again to go out, but they are attacked by the foreman and end the life of Ivan's friend. So she does everything possible to get out of there alive and finish off the foreman, and yells at him that her name is Veronica, and she manages to communicate with her husband and sends him the location. But because of the signal, she doesn't know if she has succeeded. Besides, now she is alone in the escape of her life. It's a movie unimaginable, kidnapping the colored people and recreating a town where slavery exists and reigns, and they are treated like animals. So Veronica locks up the guards where they put the black bodies and sets them on fire. The other guards go after Veronica, shooting her and chasing her at all costs. Even Elizabeth goes after her, showing her true face. She thinks she is the queen of that city and that she is the one who commands throughout that reign, but Veronica shows her what she is made of and who is the true queen, that they are worth it, and Elizabeth gets what she deserves and ends up like the bitch that she is. Veronica makes you feel the chill that was lived in that place, and at the same time offers hope of freedom, reaching civilization where she is well received, and they cannot imagine the horror she had to live through.